The other day, a follower sent me a message like this. Girl, I'm tired. I work so much, I do everything right. But it seems that money runs away from me. Nothing works out. It's as if I had a cloud crashing me. And then I asked, do you leave your shoe where when you get home? She laughed. Hey, I play at the door. Sometimes I leave it in the corner of the room under the table. And that's when she crashed into what I revealed. Santa Rita, the saint of the impossible causes, had been a warning for generations. Leaving the shoe in certain places of the house attracts poverty. And this is not superstition. This is energy. It is practical spirituality. The universe obeys everything you repeat, and without realizing it, you may be creating a scarcity cycle. Just by the place where your shoe drops. It may seem silly, but the home is a temple. And what you bring from the street, even on the feet, carries energy. Shoe at the wrong entrance, shoe turned, shoe near the spiritual doors of the house. All this may be preventing you from thriving. And do you know the worst? This affects not only you, but your whole home. If you feel you are always fighting for money, if the abundance never remains, if something looks like you, stay with me. Today I will reveal you what Santa Rita said about it, what spirituality teaches, and as a simple gesture can be the beginning of your life change. Because it's not just about the shoe, it's about what you are allowing you to enter and stay within your story. If you believe that faith and attitude walk together, and you want to learn how to transform your home, your energy, and your life with teachings like this, so subscribe here on the channel now. Here, we speak of truth, spirituality, and paths of abundance. Activates the bell not to lose anything, because there's a lot that nobody told you, but I'll show you. I know, my sister, how much your heart squeezes at the end of the month. I know the weight you carry on your shoulders, the concern that takes your sleep at night, the incessant mathematics to make the bills close. I know your daily struggle to do my best to your family, your tiredness to see so much effort and yet feel that abundance seems a distant, almost unreachable reality. You pray, you ask, you work tirelessly, and often ask yourself, my God, where am I wrong? Why does prosperity not flow to me? You feel like you are walking in circles, stuck in a debt and difficulty cycle, where each step forward seems to be followed by 2 steps back. This sense of impotence, of fighting an invisible tide, is a deep pain, a wound in the soul that only those who live know how much it hurts. It is the pain of not being able to offer everything you would like to your children, the anguish of an unforeseen event that destabilizes your entire budget, the sadness of postponing dreams for lack of resources. And it is exactly for you that it carries this pain in silence, who is forgotten by the luck, that Santa Rita directs his gaze as a mother and intercessor. She, who knew suffering in her most varied forms, which faced the impossible with unshakable faith, comprises her affliction. And it is through a symbol so present in our daily struggle, our shoes, that it today invites us to a deep reflection on our journey and the energy that we allow you to enter our home and our lives. Think for a moment in your shoes. What do they represent? They are not just leather or fabric objects. They are the silent witnesses of their journey. They carry the dust of the streets you have walked, the energy of the places you went through, the mark of your tiredness at the end of an exhaustive day at work. His shoes stepped on soils of joy and sadness, in environments of peace and conflict. They are the point of contact between your body and the floor of the world. They absorb, like sponges, the energies of each environment. Now imagine coming home, your sanctuary, your sacred refuge, and dropping these shoes anyway, right at the entrance. By popular and spiritual wisdom, which is the voice of God in the heart of the people, the door of our house is an energy portal. It is there that blessings come in, that peace sets in, that divine protection is present. Leaving the shoes dirty, loaded with the stagnant energy of the street, the work, the worries, right there, in the mouth of your home, is like creating an invisible barrier. It is like saying to the universe, so far, the energy of difficulty can come in. It is a symbolic act of disorder that is reflected in financial disorder. Similarly, throwing them under the bed where you seek your rest and the renewal of your strength is to invite the energy of tiredness, the fruitless effort to your most intimate field, contaminating your dreams and your ability to redo. Leaving them turned, with the soul upwards, is a powerful and unconscious symbol that your life, your ways, are upside down. It is not a punishment, my daughter. It is a spiritual law of correspondence. The external reflects the internal. The disorganization and neglect of these small symbols attract and maintain the energy of scarcity and stagnation around them. And this is where the history and strength of Santa Rita de Cassia illuminate our understanding. Rita, before being the saint we know, was a woman like us. He was wife, mother, widow. He knew the pain of loss, the anguish of violence, the difficulty of forgiving and pacifying a home in conflict. His life was a succession of impossible causes. She wanted peace between rival families, wanted the conversion of her violent husband, wanted the salvation of the soul of her children, who wanted revenge. In each of these challenges, Rita did not use strength, but wisdom, prayer, and persistence in small gestures. She took care of her home, not only as a physical space, but as a temple. Each act, from the preparation of bread to the tidying of the rooms, was a prayer. The popular tradition, passed from mother to daughter among the devout of Cassia, says that Rita had special care with the entrance of her home. She kept her always clean, with flowers, as a sign of welcome to the peace of Christ. And the shoes, which brought the dirt and the bad energies of the street, were always clean and stored in their proper place, so that the disorder of the world would not enter the holiness of his family. One of his miracles in life, not so famous, but deeply symbolic. A neighbor, named Chiara, lived in extreme poverty. Her house was marked by disorder, and her husband, a man embedded by the lack of work, drowned his sorrows in the drink. Chiara, desperate, sought Rita. And Rita's first advice was not a complex prayer, but a simple request. Chiara, before we ask for bread, let's get the house to receive it. Start through the door, clean it, scent it, and don't let the tired shoes and the street stay there, blocking the passage of grace. Chiara, even without fully understood, obeyed. With the help of Rita, she organized her small home and, especially, created the habit of cleaning and storing family shoes in a small wooden ark. A few weeks later, her husband, when he got home and not stumbling in the shoes as usual, and when he felt a cleaning in order, had a moment of clarity. That day, he didn't go to the tavern. The next day, he found a job he had been looking for years. Was it a miracle? Yes. A miracle of faith, but also a miracle that began with a gesture of order, respect for their own home, a gesture that changed the vibration of that environment and made room for divine providence to act. This story teaches us that Santa Rita does not only intercede in great dramas, but teaches us to find the power of God in the organization of our daily lives. The disorder attracts scarcity because it is a reflection of a confused mind and a hopeless spirit. When tidying up the physique, we arrange the spiritual. So what can you do specifically from today to apply this wisdom to your life and open the ways to abundance? The first action is a sacred commitment to your home. Never leave your shoes again, nor those in your family, thrown at home. Choose a specific place for them, preferably a more reserved place, such as a small shoe rack in the service area, or a beautiful and discreet box in a corner of the room. Before storing them, if possible, wipe out their soles, with the intention of cleaning them not only from the physical dirt, but also from the dense energies they may have accumulated. Make it a small ritual. While cleans, pray, Lord, just as I clean the dust of this shoe, cleanse my ways of every obstacle, all the energy of scarcity, all evil that may have attached to me. May my steps be guided by your light. The second practical action is to take care of the energy of your home. Once a week, wash the threshold with water and coarse salt, praying Our Father and a river bird, asking all negative energy to be neutralized and that only God's blessings can cross that portal. You can also place a small pot of flowers or a plant, such as the São Jorge sword, near the entrance, inside, like a living guardian that purifies the air and the energies. And the third action, the most powerful, is to consecrate this new attitude to Santa Rita. Get a small image or medal of Santa Rita and place it near your gateway, like a heavenly sentry. Every morning when you leave, touch the image and ask, Santa Rita, protective of my home, guardian of my ways, bless my steps today. May I walk toward prosperity, peace, and the realization of God's plans for my life. And upon back, thank you. Thank you, Santa Rita, for bringing me back safely to my blessed home. These little acts, repeated with faith and intention, have the power to reprogram the energy of their environment and their own mindset, aligning them with the vibration of abundance and divine grace. Now tell me here in the comments, have you heard of it before? Have you left the shoe in this place and unknowingly can have crashed your prosperity? Write down here, I choose abundance. So we move this energy together, because when you write, you say to the universe that it's ready for change. Now, my sister, I want to invite her to close her eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath, let go slowly, and give all your concerns, all your financial anguish, in the hands of God and our intercessor. Let's pray together, with an open heart, uniting our faith in one voice. O glorious and powerful Saint Rita de Cassia, lawyer of the impossible causes, refuge at the time of pain and despair, look at me, your devotee daughter, who today kneels before you with a heavy heart for the financial difficulties you through. Saint Rita, I ask for forgiveness for every time that, out of ignorance or neglect, I allowed the disorder to enter my home and in my life. Forgiveness at the times I have not honored my home as a sacred temple, which I did not take care of the small details that reflect the state of my soul. Today, I learned that my steps and the symbols of my journey, my shoes, carry an energy that can open or close doors. I ask your intercession to teach me to walk with dignity, with faith, and with purpose. Bless my shoes, Santa Rita, so that they always take me through good paths, honest work, opportunities, and prosperity. May every step I take is a step that approaches me to God's dreams for me and my family. I intercede by Jesus, your divine husband, so that the scarcity currents that attach me to be broken. Unlock the padlocks that prevent the flow of abundance in my life. I remove from my path all stagnant energy, all envy, every fat eye, every word of curse that may have been thrown over my finances. Give me wisdom, Santa Rita, to manage with order and gratitude the resources God trusts me. Give me the discipline to take care of my home, to keep the door of my house always open to the blessings and closed to evil, that from today, every gesture of mine, however simple, becomes a prayer of trust and an act of faith in the infinite abundance of the Father. O Holy of impossible causes, I trust your power. I put in your hands my debts, my accounts, my concerns. I present them to God, and I asked him that, in their infinite mercy, I grant me the miracle of the financial liberation I need so much. I commit, with your help, to do my part to maintain order, vigilance, and faith. Thank you, Santa Rita, because I know you are already acting in my favor. Amen. My beloved sister, always remember that faith and attitude walk together, like your 2 feet. There is no point in praying for prosperity if we continue to act in a disorderly way, if we do not take care of love and respect of what God has already given us, like our home. The change you look for so much begins within you and is reflected in your simplest habits. Taking care of where you leave your shoes is much more than a simple domestic organization. It is an act of self-valorization. It is a sign for the universe that you are ready and open to receive the best. It is to declare that your home is a sacred soil where the seed of misery and stagnation cannot germinate. Have faith, but also have attitude. Honor the little one so that God can trust him the great. Santa Rita teaches us that miracles happen when we prepare the ground for them, and the terrain is your home, your life, your heart. Always keep them clean and ordered, and see God's hand transform the impossible into reality before your eyes. When we reach the end of our exploitation of Santa Rita's teachings on shoes and abundance, it is important to remember that these practices are more powerful when combined with genuine faith and positive intention. The physical act of organizing shoes is not magical in itself, but when done with conscience, gratitude, and spiritual intention, it can become a gateway to greater abundance and blessings. Santa Rita's life teaches us that faith and attitude go hand in hand. Not only did she pray for miracles, she aligned her actions with her beliefs. Not only did she expect abundance, she created the conditions in her life that could attract and maintain divine blessings. His teaching on shoes is, in fact, a full attention teaching about treating every aspect of our lives as sacred and understanding that small actions can have deep consequences. The importance of taking care of what seems simple cannot be exaggerated. In our modern world, we often seek complex solutions to our problems, but Santa Rita's wisdom reminds us that sometimes the most powerful changes come from adjusting the smallest details of our daily lives. When we bring awareness and intention to worldly activities, such as putting our shoes, we are training our minds to recognize the sacred in everyday life and find opportunities for spiritual growth at every moment. Whether you choose to follow these specific practices or simply get inspired by the underlying principles, the key is to address your life space with reverence and attention. Your house is not just a place to sleep and keep your belongings, it is a reflection of your spiritual state and a channel for divine energy. When you treat it as such, you open yourself to receive blessings that you might never have imagined being possible. So I invite you to examine your own relationship with your life space. Note how you take care of your belongings, how you organize your home, and how you move between the outside world and your sacred interior space. Consider whether your current practices support the type of life you want to create, or if they may be unconsciously blocking the abundance you deserve. If you are going to change this habit today, if you are ready to align your actions with your deepest intentions, comment below, "I choose abundance." Share your experiences with these practices and tell me if you have heard similar teachings in your own family or community traditions. Together we can rediscover the ancient wisdom that connects our daily actions with our spiritual destiny. Remember that Santa Rita became known as the saint of impossible causes, not because she performed miracles through magic, but because she understood how to align human effort with divine will. She knew that when we take care of little things with faith and intention, God takes care of the great things in ways we could never imagine. Your shoes may seem small, but in the hands of divine providence, even the smallest actions can become ways to miracles. And now, I want to propose a powerful act of faith to you. If you have made the decision to change this habit from today, if you consciously choose to open the doors to grace and prosperity, comment below with all the strength of your soul, "I choose abundance." When writing these words, you are not just commenting on a video. You are making a decree for the universe, a declaration of faith for yourself and to God. Also, share with us, have you heard about this teaching of Santa Rita? Did your family have a similar custom? Let's together build a beautiful community of sharing and faith. May Santa Rita de Cassia bless your steps, your home, and your life, today and forever.